Morning, this is Brian. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, and I'm parked here at the corner of Mt Helix Drive and Vivera. This little parking lot. I'm going to go try to hike up to the top of Mt Helix today. See here. It's supposed to be a walkway to get up to the top. So let's see. Here's Mt Helix Drive right here. Going up that way, this is where it becomes a one-way. Across here at the crosswalk. This should be a pretty short hike today. Just trying to beat another heat wave. So it's already kind of warm up here. Ooh, look at this massive Brazilian pepper tree thicket. Ooh. This thing's been around for a while. What if you're grape pines? I think these are grape pines. Pinus sabiniana looks like. That's a Torrey pine right there. I don't know, man. This might still be a Torrey pine. I'd like to see if I see any cones. I think this is probably a nah. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a grape pine. Pinus sabiniana. Yeah, these are grape pines. And there's its close cousin right there, the Torrey pine. So yeah, we got grape pines here on Mt Helix. Okay, I could dig it. So I figured most people just drive up to the top, but I always wondered, can you hike to the top? So that's kind of the plan today, is use this walkway to hike up to the top. Ooh, watch out, a lot of bees around here. So, you know the way I think. If I can hike to it, I'd rather hike to it than drive to it. Ooh, toyons. Yeah, if I could hike to it, I'd rather hike to it. And we got Coast Live Oak here. Acorns, anybody? I don't even see any acorns on this one. Oh, I see one. One acorn right there. There's a toyon around here too. And here's toyon's cousin right here, Photinia fraseri. Very close relative, actually. Looks a lot like toyon, but it's not. All right. Yeah, it's definitely a warm start up here, because we don't have the cool air drainage. We don't have the cool air drainage that we have at the bottom of the hill. So, okay, this is going to be a hike to Mt Helix. I've hiked to the Soledad Memorial over by La Jolla. So I figured, let's hike to the cross. Let's hike to the memorial cross here on Mt Helix. And after some research and even looking at Peak Bagger, parking on the corner of Vivera and Mt Helix Drive is the way to do it. Let's get a short one in before the heat kicks in and get some fresh air before I go to another long doctor's appointment for my finger. And another heat wave settling in. All right, enough about heat waves. Look at that. Syzygium paniculatum, Australian brush cherry. It's quite a bit of a planet here. There's a lot of neat stuff planted here. There's the summit right there. Yeah, I got my hands covered up. Ooh, a red-shouldered hawk. Where's it calling? Well, I just saw it. Look at this. Peruvian pepper tree now. And of course, Cape leadwort. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of non-native plantings, obviously, but There'll be some native stuff on the top too. There'll be some natives, like Melosma laurina, laurel sumac, of course. And yeah, Torrey pine's pretty commonly planted over in this area too. So yeah, pretty neat. And there's where Mount Helix is. Since I was a kid, I always admired Mount Helix. You get up to the top, views are going to be pretty out of sight, so it's pretty nice up there. Yeah, it's pretty nice here too. Nice people get to live up in the hills. It's pretty gnarly. Alright, so we're going to come up to a junction. This is a one-way road here. Going to be bearing right when we get up there. Some buckwheat too. So we're at Alto and via Opal. Ooh, figs. Figs and pomegranates. Pretty cool. Alright. These beautiful Canary Island date palms over here too. Very nice. Very handsome. Alright. Alright. Just watch where I'm going here. Alright. I'll start working my way up. Catch you on the next clip. Alright, looks like the protected barrier goes to this side. So when you hit this intersection here, right past Alto, hop to the other side carefully. Just make sure you watch for cars. It's neat to walk this instead of just driving. I've driven up to Mount Helix a couple times, but it's nice to be able to hike it. And of course, the walk is very short to get up there, but there's a lot of botanical stuff. I know I did a video back in 2022. Barely a couple weeks after I moved to San Diego County. That was before my video editing days. Ooh, there's hollyleaf cherry over here. Oh, there's a hollyleaf cherry right there too. Prunus ilicifolia, subspecies ilicifolia. Right under that laurel sumac. Cool. Oh, and here's Tree of Heaven. Ailanthus altissima. AKA Ailanthus. Yep. Be start shedding its leaves pretty soon. We are officially in autumn. Ooh. I believe we got a Corymbia ficifolia here. I have to see this in bloom to tell, because there's another species. Yeah, look at the big seed capsules. It's either Corymbia calophylla or Corymbia ficifolia. I'd have to see it in bloom to determine what species it is, but it's probably Ficifolia. Ficifolia seems to be a common one. Oh, Eucalyptus cinerea. Silver dollar gum, too. Wow. And here's a toyon with its fruits developing. Haven't ripened yet. There's even a little cypress tree in there. Not sure what kind it is. Want some lemon bottle brush, Melaleuca citrina, also also known as Callistamen citrinus. Here's a species of Bauhinia. I really don't know too much about the species. Wow, yeah. A lot of cool ornamentals here too. People get wren tits chirping out of their backyard. Boy, whoever lives here is just, it's a big W. That's a big W. If you hear that outside of your backyard, you're winning in life, in my opinion. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Start getting some sick views. Wait till we get to the top. Nice holly oak. Yeah. Oh man, look at the views over here. Goodness gracious. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow. This is absolutely incredible. I don't want to spoil it too early, but look at San Miguel Mountain right there. Riding over Chula Vista and Jamul. Look at that. And there's Mother Miguel Mountain right there. Looks like the sun got much bigger than the mother. Probably get some pretty sick views towards yeah, we get some sick views towards the backcountry. Oh man, look at these Hollywood twisted junipers. Oh yeah. Juniperus chinensis kaizuka, aka Torolosa. Always been fascinated by these twisted junipers ever since I was a child. Gosh, man, there are some pretty sick views just walking up to the top of this. It's a pretty cone. It's a cone-shaped mountain, so there's definitely some prominence to it. Oh, look at this silk oak. Grevillea robusta, another Aussie native. And those are the seed capsules, or the seed follicles. It even has a couple of blooms on it. In springtime, mid-spring, like around April and May, these things are absolutely covered, making the tree a hazy yellow. And then we got coastal sage scrub on this side, chock full of native treasures. And some non-native invaders. Oh yeah, look at the grand outcrops over here. Maybe on the way back I'll do a brief hop onto this side. Oh, that's cool. All right, get a few pictures of this area and catch up with you. Here's a common ornamental plant, the Bougainvillea glabra, and it's probably thousands of cultivars. And the main attraction, see, these little white things are the actual flowers. These are flower bracts. These aren't petals on Bougainvillea. So the flowers themselves are small and white. Still kind of cool looking, gotta admit. But then the real attraction are those papery modified leaves called bracts. Some more bottle brush. Ooh, and a small Brisbane box. Pretty nice, pretty nice. A brush box in Australia. Island pines. Yep. Very nice Canary Island pines. Pretty neat. Yeah. Look at that tall broodbackers. That's pretty cool. Scarlet firethorn. Wow, it's pretty nice up here. Yep. Yeah, cutting the clips because there's some people walking down. I'm not sure if they want to be on my video, so just clip those off. Alright, we're getting close to the top already. There's a pretty tall California sagebrush, Artemisia californica. There's a type of wattle. I'm not sure, but this might be Acacia cultriformis. Not sure. I gotta take a couple pictures of it and see. Might be Acacia cultriformis, but I'm not sure. It's another Aussie. Ooh, look at the view towards Lion's Peak. That rounded lump off in the distance. Always fascinated about climbing that, but there's no legal way to climb that one. Alright, so I'm gonna get a picture of this, do some cross-referencing, and swap out some batteries pretty soon. Just quietly get across here for a minute. I wonder what this is. An overgrown old road. Let's take a quick peek over here. You can see over towards Dictionary Hill. Right there, Dictionary Hill. That was a fun hike. Did that back in 2023. That's Dictionary Hill right there. And its little sister summit. Yeah, that was a fun hike right there. That's a fun hike. And I ended up making a loop out of that. Alright, so what's going on over here? Just want to see what's up over here. Looks like is this a use trail? Get a little swap of adventure over here. I don't know if this is going to lead anywhere, but may as well check it out for a minute and see what's popping off over here. It's very warm out here right now because of the heat rises principle. We're starting another heat wave. There's a retaining wall here. Just wanted to check this out. Just because it's here. This is just a little curiosity bit here. Wow, that's pretty cool. I better go swap out my batteries. Alright, so I'm just going to pursue this just for a short distance more before I go back to the actual road. Wow, good views up here, I'll tell you. Alright. I'm going to go back to the road, the official hiking route. Just wanted to take a little side trip up here to see what was good. Interesting little side trip here. views up here. I think that's the 94 down there. That might be the 125, I think. I rarely get on those roads there. Watch out for some bees over here. I love these broomback plants. I just had to check this out and see what was going on over here. Alright, so I'm going to get back over there and resume my hike up Mt Helix. Alright, let's go watch out for traffic. Alright, away I go. See when I'm getting up there. Should be there in a few moments. Let's see this coast live up first. This one had some acorns on it. Okay, so it's got some acorns on it. Pretty nice. Nice Aleppo pines too. Here's an unripened cone. Pinus halepensis. Okay. Let's see which way the walkway goes. I think it goes on this side here. I'm going to hike up to the summit, and I'm going to take a small nature trail called the Yawkey Trail. And that'll be coming up soon. It'll be part of this video as well. I wonder if that's an Austrocylindropuntia cactus. I think that's what that is. It's not native. This is Laurel sumac. Alright. You can see the top of the cross. That'll be my summit. Alright. I'll see you on the next clip. Should be getting up there very soon. Just about to summit this little nature trail here, a little nature observatory. Cleveland sage, Salvia clevelandi. Ooh, San Diego bush sunflower. Well, they keep these well watered. Passes Bahiopsis laciniata. I think this is Areogonum grande, I believe. Ooh, Helianthus annulus. Wow. Oh yeah, this Italian cypress right here. That's a beauty. No? Oh, look at sugar bush. Oh, this is an old one. Old sugar bush right here. Rusovata. Pretty neat. Wow, this is pretty sick. And of course, Melaleuca nesophila over here. Alright, now, time to go summit this puppy. Alright, let's get to the top of this. Ooh, spiny red berry. Rhamnus crocea. Alright. large steps and small steps. I'm just taking the small steps. Finally get to the summit of this. Alright. Ooh, a Catalina cherry. Prunus ilicifolia subspecies Lyonii. Oh yeah. Well, this might still be hollyleaf cherry too, though. Regular Prunus ilicifolia ilicifolia. It's kind of intermediate. All right, let's get to the top of this. All right, here we are. Smell the Cleveland sage. I'm just trying to keep it down. Somebody's meditating, so I don't want to be disruptive. But here we are. Mt Helix, 1,373 feet. Pretty nice. Yep. This is the first time I've ever technically hiked it. Definitely a worthy excursion, I gotta say. So I'm going to point out some views. I guess when I go down the hill, as I go down the hill, I'll start pointing out the views more off to the east and stuff, because you kind of walk around to get a view of that. So this will be part one of the viewfinder. Okay, we're going to start off by looking east. I can get a little view here. Looking at Corte Madera Mountain. It's Corte Madera Mountain off in the center, right there. Awesome hike here. Another awesome place here in San Diego County. It's looking more towards the southeast right now. We're going to swing it over toward the northeast, and you can see El Cajon Mountain right over there. Right there, El Cajon Mountain. And then the long reach of Palomar Mountain way off in the distance there. That's Palomar Mountain. And a little closer up at hand, on the right, that's the Powell Range. On the right is Iron Mountain. The middle is North Iron. And on the left is Woodson Mountain. Woodson Mountain over there. More towards the north, you can see Black Mountain and Rancho Penasquitos. Right out there. And there's Coles Mountain at Mission Trails Regional Park, the high point of the city of San Diego. Pretty neat. Let's walk around here a little bit. So I can get some more views. Oh, look at this lemonade berry. Ooh, Rus integrifolia. As I pointed out in other videos, it's pretty gnarly how these things get when they get older and bigger. Very gnarly. Look at how they trim to expose the base of this beautiful Rus integrifolia. Okay, so now we're going to start looking more towards the west and northwest. You can see out by Mission Bay. Let's see. That's looking over towards Soledad Mountain over there. Oops, sorry. That's out towards Soledad Mountain. It's kind of hard to see because of the haze. And then, of course, looking towards downtown San Diego. Alright. That's looking more towards the west. And here towards the southwest. There's Dictionary Hill over by Spring Valley. Spring Valley's down there. And there's Mother Miguel Mountain, as we're looking more towards the south. And we're going to swing it to the southeast very soon. Still got to get my summit selfie. But I'm going to do that after the views. After the viewfinder. So now we're looking southeast over here. I can see, obviously, San Miguel Mountain over there, of course. Behind it is Otay Mountain. There's Otay Mountain, that big long ridge in the background. And over there, right there, Kuchama, or Tecate Peak. And that's looking out towards, Lawson and Gaskill Peak. Try not to get the sun too much in the frame because it is very sunny out here. There's Lions Peak. Cuyamaca is out there, but it's too sunny. Cuyamaca would be out that way, but it's too sunny. I don't want to blind you guys. Alright, so now I'm going to go get my summit selfie. I'll pass by this little sugar sumac or sugar bush. Get my summit selfie and get on the Yawkey Trail and explore some of the native flora that grows here in the coastal sage grub habitat. Alright, it's time to start taking the Yawkey Trail. There it is. Very nice. So now it's time to explore this trail. And this was the main video that I took back in 2022 was on this trail. But time for some updated way to do this. This is part of my hike. So I'll take you along as we explore another trail here. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember sitting on this bench, enjoying the view of San Miguel Mountain over there. And this used to be a pretty massive tree. Cut it down, and yet it's resprouting. It ain't dead. It just resprouted. All right, so let's go take a walk along this little path and explore. Floral sumac or taco plant. Yes. Sugar bush sometimes would be called that too, because sugar bush leaves fold up at the midrib too. All right. Yeah, a lot of this coastal sage scrub is going to be very dormant, so it's going to be pretty brown, but there'll still be definitely some pretty cool things to point out as we take this little trail along the side of Mt Helix. Ooh, a western fence lizard. Yeah, my herping has not been on point lately. For some reason, the last several hikes have really not yielded a lot of herpological finds. Oh yeah, here we go. Rhamnus crocea. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of spectacular herpetological finds this summer. Oh yeah, here's a viewfinder. Yep, Coles Mountain. Yep, Soledad. Yep. Oh yeah, Woodson Mountain, of course. Well, you can even see the St. Gabriel's on a clear day. That doesn't surprise me, actually. I mean, the San Gabriel Mountains are a pretty tall mountain range. There's a tall California sagebrush right here. Well, here's a Catalina cherry right here behind it. That's a Catalina cherry. got to be the Catalina subspecies of hollyleaf cherry. Yeah. Prunus salicifolia subspecies Lyonii. Ooh, and look at this. Shaw's agave. Agave Shai, variety Shai. Pretty cool. Haven't been around those since I went to, I haven't really been near too many of those. Saw some over at, not Coronado, Cabrillo National Monument. Looks like there's been some trimming done here. Yeah, I got a lot of Shaw's agave planted over here. There's another one here. Another one right down there. Oh yeah, and this plant here. Golden Cereus. Yes. Burgro Cactus Emery. The first time I ever saw it was planted here on Mt Helix. Okay, we got Isocoma Menziesi, variety what? Variety Menziesi. Coast Golden Bush. Pretty neat. And there's another Toyon right here. Here's an interesting looking Hazardia squarosa. Interesting, I think. It's pretty dry. It almost looks like a Grandilla camporum. Alright, so let's see. Some little maintenance shed here. Yeah, look at these lemonade berry thickets. Very nice. Yep. Nice healthy Rus integrifolia. They do have some interpretive signs too, so if you're not sure what plant you're looking at, sometimes they have these little signs here. But I'm so used to this plant I could recognize this in my sleep. Now here's something interesting here. Now here's a Rus integrifolia. This is obviously lemonade berry. Very nice, shapely, well-developed specimen of it. Now we'll talk about sugar bush. There are some sugar bush planted here too. This right here looks like a hybrid between Rus integrifolia and sugar bush Rus ovata. This looks like a hybrid. This one plant right here, this stem right here, and this appears to be a hybrid with lemonade berry being one of the parents. Now this does happen. I don't know if there's not a lot of sugar bush around here that I remember, but there is some. So some of the pollen must have gotten mixed and a hybrid was birthed. So yeah, this appears to be a hybrid between Rus ovata and Rus integrifolia. Now usually Rus integrifolia grows closer to the coast and Rus ovata usually grows further inland, but they do mix up. Oh, look at this. I'm not sure what species of Matilia this is. This is probably Rhamnia trichocalyx, but I have to see this in bloom. This is a Rhamnia. It's probably Rhamnia trichocalyx. That's the predominant species of Rhamnia. We've got Rhamnia coulteri, but that's not very common. Yeah, look at this beautiful Rus integrifolia thicket. Look at this. It's just beautiful how these things arch over the trail. See, we're more on the north-facing slopes. That's why everything's thicker, taller, and lusher. Yeah, I've got a lot of spiny redberry here on Mt Helix. That's where I point the camera, so I can get the sun in everybody's eyes. And I'm trying to see if I see some larger Rus ovatas, sugar bush. All right, we'll get a few pictures, and then I'm gonna resume this trail. So I pointed out Cleveland sage earlier. There are several specimens over here. But here is purple sage, Salvia leucophylla. This is purple sage. Looks very similar to Cleveland sage. So yeah, we got purple sage planted here too. Oh, and we got green bark ceanothus. I think. I'm trying to see if I can tell. I'm not trying to leave the trail here to find out, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got ceanothus spinosus over here. I think that's what that is. Yeah, it looks like ceanothus spinosus. I think. Unless that's ceanothus, it might be something else. Yeah, it could be ceanothus cyanidus, but I can't really tell. Can't get close to it to tell. They're both kind of similar looking species. A little bench here. Yep. One thing, when you see Mt Helix when you're driving on the highways, one thing you can always see are the big eucalyptus trees on the top. Yeah. Oh yeah, see, here we are. Yeah, here we go. I can get some viewfinders over here. There's Cuyamaca, obviously. Cuyamaca and Viejas Mountain. To the left, Cuyamaca. To the right, Viejas. And of course, there's El Cajon Mountain again. I think I can see Monument Peak. Oh, no. Oh, Hot Springs Mountain. That's way off there. You won't be able to see it that well from here. Yeah, Woodson Mountain. Yeah. Been wanting to get back up there for a while. Whenever I think, oh, I'm going to do it, and I just get too lazy to drive out to Ramona. Definitely not in this kind of weather. This is already warm enough for me as it is. Alright, well. Not complain. I don't want to complain. I just want to enjoy my trail. Just enjoy this. I'm just really too busy enjoying this to really give a hoot. There we go. They got a chaparral whitethorn here. They got Ceanothus leucodermis planted up here. I was thinking, I didn't recognize this for a minute because it's so. Normally these things are so densely packed, but yeah, they got chaparral whitethorn up here. Okay, Ceanothus leucodermis. That's pretty sick. There's more of that Asocoma menziesii, variety menziesii. Yep, October, it's blooming. Ah, look at the architecture on this Rus integrifolia. That is so cool. I love that. I love the architecture on it. Let's go explore some more of this park. I think I finished the Yawkey Trail. I think I did. It's a very short loop around. It encircles the summit. Yeah, so that's the way I. Ooh, some birds piddling around there in the shrubbery. Looks like we got Ceanothus tomentosus up here too. Let's get down here a little bit. Oh, bushrue. Oh, there's a little bushrue right there. Neoridium dumos? I think. Yeah, looks like it. Leaves are kind of narrow. Yeah, this is Ceanothus tomentosus over here. Woolly Ceanothus. Yeah, they got it planted here too. This looks like Ceanothus cuneatus. Looks like a variant of Ceanothus cuneatus a little bit. But let me see. I think, I see it's something different. Oh, a coast barrel cactus. A little tiny thing right there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I got a lot of young Ceanothus tomentosus planted here. at that. Come February or March, yeah, get ready for a show. It's a beautiful bluish purple flowers. I'm gonna go up this way and take a look at some other interesting plants that grow here, native and non-native. Very interesting, rugged-looking coast live oak right here. It is Quercus agrifolia, variety agrifolia. This thing's been through a rough patch, but boy, is it a gnarly-looking little beautiful tree. It's probably older than it looks, too. It's got a lot of acorns in it, so it ain't lacking, that's for sure. It may be lacking in size, but it ain't lacking in spunk. Here's another coast live oak right here. I don't seem to see much acorn action. Well, there's some acorn action going on. We'll check out some of these other trees. Now, there's one coniferous tree that grows here. It kind of nagged at me. And it's this small tree right here. Kind of having a hard time. Kind of had a hard time with this one the first time I was here. It's a very small cone-bearing tree in the cypress family. Now, I was thinking, perhaps this is a Port Orford cedar, which I don't know how it could possibly do well here in this drier climate. But it reminds me of a Port Orford cedar. It's got the bark of the bark looks like Port Orford cedar. The cones are kind of similar, but something about the cones doesn't quite sit right with me. Yeah, I definitely thought about this one. There are the cones right there, kind of rounded, cypress-like cones. Those are the cones right there. It's not, yeah. It's always bothered me, this one. Not bothered me in a bad way, just scratching my head and what the heck is this? Is this Chamaecyparis lawsoniana? A Port Orford cedar? That kind of made me scratch my head. Here's one thing I do know. One that you don't see very often here in San Diego County. And it is this guy here. Well, this is spiny redberry. But here's a relative of spiny redberry. Green bark Ceanothus. Ceanothus spinosus. I don't see this one too often in the wild. If you're in the Santa Ana Mountains, you'll see it. You see it in the Santa Ynez Mountains in Santa Barbara County too. Quite a bit, actually. A lot of Ceanothus spinosus over there in the Santa Ynez Mountains. I remember driving up there a couple of years ago, and yeah, I was completely loaded. But yeah, I want to say this is a Port Orford cedar. But I'm going to take a bunch of pictures of it, and when I get back, do another cross-referencing of this, because this is going to nag at me until I figure out what it is, or if I don't figure it out, it's going to probably just nag me. Because I'm a person of very curious mind. I like to know. I just like to know, and I like to find out. But yeah, kind of stringy bark, not unlike the Port Orford cedar and a lot of its close relatives. Small cones and flattened sprays of foliage. Pretty sure this is a California native. Pretty sure. So let me get some pictures of this, and I'll have to do some cross-referencing. So I'm going to have to do some research on this. I'm very curious about that tree. It bothered me the first time I was here, or the identity of it bothered me. So it's going to bother me until I figure it out. So if I don't figure it out satisfactorily, then it'll bother me. But cool. Right here. Beautiful cypress tree right here. Trying to figure out what kind of cypress this is. I assume this was an Italian cypress, but it kind of has glaucous colored foliage. The cones will probably give me a clue. I'm walking around checking out these cypress trees. Look at this nice river red gum right here, Eucalyptus comodolensis. It's a pretty nice, beautiful specimen up here. And what kind of sage are we looking at here? Cleveland sage. Cleveland sage and purple sage are very similar looking, but the smell will give it away. The smell of Cleveland sage is very sweet, and purple sage is very, really pungent. Yeah, these are nice looking cypress trees. They're a little grayish colored for what I'd expect on. Whatchamacallit, on Italian cypress. Yeah, they do appear to be Cupressus sempervirens. Oh man, it's just beautiful trees too. Gosh, man, beautiful cypress trees. Yeah, here's a Eucalyptus comodolensis right here. Ooh, I like how somebody put a little rock barrier around this broom backers. That's so cool. So this is supposed to be mud sage. No, this is Cleveland sage. This is not mud sage. Maybe there was a mud sage here that passed on. There's no mud sage here. This is Cleveland sage. Ooh, California fuchsia, Epilobium condom subspecies condom. Okay, okay. We got a few pictures. Nice looking trees and plants around here. Little buddy, little western fence lizard. Yeah, now I gotta get some pictures. I remember these old tree trim lemonade berries from the first time I was here. Let me go around the other side. Wow. Trim like trees. I remember these from the first time I was here. Wow. How beautiful is this? I just love these two. This might be the same plant, I'm not sure, but just how they trim them like a tree. Wow. Rus integrifolia never, ever, ever stops amazing me. Ever. This plant never, ever stops. Amazing me. Never stops. There's an interesting Bignoniaceae plant that I do not recognize. Look at the seed capsules. Look like legumes. But this is a Bignoniaceae plant. Yeah, see, this is more like a follicle, not a seed pod. You see it splits. Yes, definitely a telltale sign this is Bignoniaceae. Pretty interesting. Gotta find out what species this is. So, again, I'll take some pictures. So speaking of Bignoniaceae, this is what we were looking at earlier. Wow. Here's another Bignoniaceae. Jacaranda mimosifolia, or jacaranda, with those bluish purple flowers every late spring and early summer. This is also in the Bignoniaceae family, same family as a preceding tree. Only thing is, though, their seed capsules or follicles are flat, but they still split open along the edges. So yep, Jacaranda mimosifolia. Pretty neat. Ooh, look at this. Parkinsonia aculeata, Jerusalem thorn, aka Palo Verde, Mexican Palo Verde. That's a handsome little tree. And we got a blue curls over here, a trichostemma. What species are we looking at here? Let me see. Oh, looks like we got woolly blue curls here. This is one I don't see very often. It's the Trichostemma lanatum. Yeah, this is woolly blue curls. Usually the species I see is Trichostemma parish blue curls when I'm hiking in the mountains. But this is woolly blue curls. And how I can tell is that the flower stalks are obscured by the fuzziness of the hairs or the trichomes. That's how I can tell this is Trichostemma lanatum. Yeah, this is woolly blue curls here. Don't really see this one very often. When I do, I sure as freaking heck enjoy it. Here's that old sugar bush again. Looks like the Palo Verde was cut back quite a bit. It used to be a lot bigger. Yeah. Yeah, that's an old Russo vada right there. Here's that beautiful cypress tree. Wow. Ooh, hummingbirds. Here's another Bignoniaceae plant right here too. Yeah. Tacoma capensis. Something like that. Cape honeysuckle. What do we got here? Is this an Annis hummingbird? I'm trying to see what species that is. That's a female, I think. Oh no. Yeah, I think that's an Annis hummingbird, I believe. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, hello. Yeah, that was another one warbling. Got a nice little close-up of those beautiful hummingbirds. Yeah, this is a Cape honeysuckle. It's not a honeysuckle family. It's not in that family. This is actually in the Bignoniaceae, just like the jacaranda. And here's again Melaleuca nesophylla, with its all gnarly, sprawling trunks and stems. These things are always picturesque. Handsome. Very handsome. These things have pink little puffballs of flowers. Yeah, hummingbirds are going crazy today. They love those Cape honeysuckle flowers. Whoa, here we go again. Love it. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to start moving on. gonna start leaving this area, start heading down on the one way. Yeah, the eucalyptus calyx sugar gum. Yeah, you can see these trees clear from any highway near Mt Helix. Oh yeah, I remember that's where way I walked up earlier. I remember those Canary Island pines. Here's another Parkinsonia aculeata right here. Yeah, I just love the boulders. The boulders are just so cool looking. Just make it look so rugged. It's definitely a rugged aspect to the area. And just the views. You have the views most of the way climbing up this, and that's gonna just make it all that much more interesting. So there's a little parking area just below the steps leading up to the cross. That area fills up pretty quickly. So a lot of people use those steps to get their steps in and exercise. What you could do is actually park where I parked at the intersection of Mt Helix and Vivera. There's a parking lot area, and you can take a pretty short hike to get up here. Pretty short. I think it's less than a 2-mile round trip, and you'll actually be hiking up to the summit. So you get even a little more exercise in, and you won't have to worry about finding a parking space, because it fills up pretty quickly. Last time I was here, I didn't even park. I kind of just turned around and went back down because there was no place to park. So there's a decent sized dirt lot down the way, and that's actually a very good way to get up here if so inclined. A very good way. And you're hiking it, and you're gaining about, ooh, is that Baywick's wren? Oh, I think that was Threomani's Baywicki. I think that was a Baywick's wren, I think that's what that was. Like Threomani's Baywicki. I don't know if the camera got too much footage of it. That's sick. That's so cool. Yeah, I think that was a Baywick's wren, I believe. I wonder what this is here. Is there a way to get up here? I don't know. There's a step well here. I think it might be a private community. Let me see something. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. Start heading back down, I guess. Yeah, I thought I saw steps leading up there, but I don't know. Oh well. Ooh, American sweet gum, liquid ambar stericiflua. Starting to change color a little bit. It is October. Okay, hey. And Chinese elm, looks like this one's even starting to change. Sometimes these things don't change till very late. Yeah, almost parvifolia. This one looks like it's starting to change color too. Again, today's October 2nd, so we'll see. Some Chinese elms stay evergreen, some of them lose half their leaves, some of them lose all their leaves. Chinese elms depends on the individual tree. Yeah, these nice Aleppo pines here again. Alright, let's start hiking down. I'll catch up with you on some more clips as I make my way down Mt Helix. I've just been taking a bunch of pictures hiking down this. Just look at that craggy slope of Mount Helix. Look at that. Covered in buckwheat, San Diego bush sunflower, laurel sumac. That's so cool. Oh, yeah. And of course, the views along this way are just ridiculously awesome. Just love the rocky nature of this area. Such cool stuff here. And again, then you look on the other side. Since this is a pretty steep-sided hill, you really get some insane views. Just almost vertical. Oh yeah, and here are these twisted junipers again. Oh man, these are so cool. These are such awesome looking junipers. Ooh, looks like purple veldgrass. Herarta calycina, it looks like. Non-native from South Africa. Yeah, these junipers are so sick looking. Alright, look at this. This little pepper tree thicket is blooming. This is a Brazilian. Oh, look at that beautiful Italian stone pine right there. Oh, that is a nice specimen of Pinus pinea. And next to it's a native Torrey pine. Yeah, it's a Torrey pine and an Italian stone pine right there. That is a magnificent looking Italian stone pine. I gotta admit, they just have such awesome plants here. And there's a thick oleander right here too. Very thick oleander thicket. Yeah, it's a thick thicket. Yeah, this is a species of Bauhinia. Not this. This is the Cape honeysuckle. This right here. Look at that seed pod. It's got to be a species of Bauhinia that I don't recognize. I need to get a picture of this so I can cross-reference it. Small leaves, reddish flowers, green seed pods. Yeah, this is a legume. Let me get some pictures of this. And again, here's that Eucalyptus cinerea, silver dollar gum. You can tell this one's been trimmed a lot. Of course, it's planted right under power lines. So unfortunately, that's going to be a problem. And I remember passing, there's a small cypress sapling in there too. I wonder where that came from. There's a laurel sumac in there. And here's the bark of Eucalyptus cinerea. Handsome tree. Oh, nice century plant. Ooh, weeping fig. Ficus benjamina. Pretty cool. There's some agave relative here. Not sure what species that is. What do we got here? Looks like some type of cotoneaster, I think. Not sure what species that is. Ooh, look at this little spiny red berry. Right underneath laurel sumac. Ooh, neat fig cactus. Yeah, I remember passing this on the way up. That's an Italian stone pine right there. Oh yeah, Rosmarinus officinalis, the rosemary. Full bloom, full of bees, full of awesomeness. Alright, so this is where we got to cross right here. Yeah, this is a pretty cool area. Yeah, there are those beautiful Canary Island date palms from earlier. Man, look at those. Those are magnificent specimens. They can get much taller than that, though. Here's Alto. Ooh. Looks like we got an Ardeape. North Weaver. Can't tell what species it is. That's an Ardeape. Man, look at those. Atlas deodar cedars. More Italian stone pines, Canary Island pines. Conifers. Conifer enthusiast heaven. Yeah, more beautiful laurel sumac right above this property here. Probably on the property line. Oh, look at this. Whoever gets to live in this place is going to have white sage. It's going to have white sage. That's pretty sick. I love it. Damn, great views up here, man. Oh, I love this area. Love this area. If I ever could afford to live here, I would. I would totally live here if I could afford it. You have to be really hardcore rich to live here. Yeah, I get a good view of Coles Mountain. Nice. And then you get a view of an 1,100 foot sub peak right there. Fortunately, there's no hiking to it because it's all draped in houses. Nice. Insane views down here. Look at this. Pretty insane. Look at these wattles too. Here's a nice, interesting shrub here. Member of a normally very toxic family, the Apocynaceae. Carissa macrocarpa. Natal plum. There's the star-shaped flower, which is very indicative of the Apocynaceae, the dogbane family. Fragrant, but the fruit is edible. A lot of plants in the dogbane family are very toxic. Very toxic. They can get very sick. One of those plants is oleander. Nerium oleander is a member of the dogbane family, and it's very toxic. Ooh. Ioporum lightum. Pretty neat. We're coming up closer to the end of this hike. Unfortunately, it's so sad to see it be done, but here we are, that beautiful Torrey pine right there. Pinus torreana, subspecies torreana. And of course, sorry about the sun glare, its close relative, the gray pine, Pinus sabiniana. I saw these trees on Google Earth. I assumed these were just very, very unhealthy Torrey pines, but no, they are gray pines, native to the foothills from LA County up to near the Oregon border. Yeah, so we're just about back at my car. Yeah, look at that Torrey pine. What a magnificent tree. That is just a stunning, beautiful tree. Amazing. That thing's big. That's a big tree. It's got a big trunk on it. Yeah, and then these are gray pines. Yeah, and these are normally found in the foothills surrounding the Central Valley, including the Sierras. Look at that. Yeah, gray pines here on Mt Helix. That is so cool. Let me get a picture or two of these before I get back to the trailhead. wide-shouldered hawk. Crazy. We're just about back at the trailhead. Right here, look at this. Speaking of magnificent pines, let's look at that Aleppo pine here at the mount. Right on the lawn there of the San Miguel Fire Station. That's a magnificent, big group of these awesome Aleppo pines. Spot for him. It's a small open space over here. Look at all the coast live oak seedlings. These are all coast live oak seedlings. There's like a little open space area here. Not sure where this is supposed to go, but that's right over where I'm parked. The parking lot. I guess you can let your dog loose here for a while, I guess. Here's a baby Engelmann oak right here, right at this little trailhead. Little Quercus engelmanni. That's so cool. Handsome. Here's a Cleveland sage. Oh yeah. Perfumey aroma. Salvia clevelandi. And we got California bush sunflower. Salvia californica. And October is not October without California fuchsia. Full bloom right now. Epilobium conum subspecies conum. And of course, San Diego bush sunflower, Baiopsis laciniata. Yeah, that's a pretty cool area. There's some more Aleppo pines right there, but yeah, those are the ones over in the front of the San Miguel Fire Station. Those things are pretty big. Those are some big Aleppo pines. Yeah, this is a beautiful area. The Mt Helix, Casa De Oro, Mt Helix area. There's one of those little mini free libraries. I see these sprinkled around the county. You can check out a book. Anything interesting in here? Danielle Steele, Mary Higgins Clark, Unnatural Wonders. Yeah, interesting. Pretty cool. Public speaking. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Interesting. Alright, well. So this is a little parking area. So that's Mt Helix, and this is the Mt Helix right there. So we're on the corner of Vivera Drive and Mt Helix. So this is going to basically do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it off and hiking it and botanizing and enjoying even some wildlife. But yeah, I'm just going to go hop across to my car, and that's going to end it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next hike.